Hey there, crew, it's Mark, and today we are going to be unboxing the Archer and Olive's Advent Box. This is 12 days of the holiday, and instead of waiting, we're just gonna open it all up because we're stationery fiends. Now, the big question about this box is it worth it? Because this year it went for $125, where last year I think it was about $80. So we're all got questions. Is what's inside of this box actually worth it? So let's go ahead and start our countdown with box number 1. So I'm gonna do everything in numerical order. So we've got to take everything out of here first. So there's our box number 1. Ooh, there's box number 2. Oh, 3. Okay, we're doing good so far. Gonna guarantee this is probably one of the notebooks that's inside of here. All right, and then we got some flat ones here. Flat ones make me nervous, honestly, because for whatever reason in my head, like the bigger the box, the more value I feel like is gonna be here. So we will see. Box number 1. I'm hoping they're going to start off strong, you know? This will set the mood for the rest of this box, I feel like, hopefully. All right, we have ourselves a little square. Looks like a notebook. Oh, I bet you I know what this one is. I bet you this is going to be, this is the accordion, isn't it? Yep. All right, so we saw one similar to this over at Go Wild. They had one, which was a very neat concept. You've got like kind of super thick cardstock paper here, but it is this accordion style. So you have kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of like 8 pages on one side, and then you can flip it over and use the pages on the other side. They use this as kind of like a memory keeping book in the activity that we did there. So cool. How usable though, that's a little questionable. I feel like you need very specific uses for these type of notebooks, but let's keep it going. All right, so box number 2 is going to be a little bit different sized. I'm going to go ahead and just guess that this is going to be washi tape. I feel like there was a very similar size box, as last year for this. So we'll get you that close up there. So we have our little snow family that's over here. I saw this on top of the box, which was kind of cute. You've got like the snow people and family. And then as you go through, you got like a snow cat, you know, so little characters there. And then this one here, you're going to have gloves and mittens and sticks and snowflakes. So a very festive looking washi tape. Not going to lie to you right now. I'm not like overly impressed with this, knowing that I paid $125 for this box. I'm looking for some value. Let's go ahead and check out box number 3. This one feels a little bit heavier, which again, to me, for some reason means better value. I don't know why. I think I know what's in this. I think it's ink, because this is what their packaging looks like for ink. And I'm correct. All right, so 2 different inks. This is exciting stuff. One is called Arctic Blue. One is called Polar Purple. Makes sense for the overall vibe of this one. This ink looks awesome. Look at that. I think that might be some shimmer down here in the bottom. I don't see it necessarily on the Arctic Blue, but the Polar Purple looks like it might have a little bit. Let's just go ahead and swatch it and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and start with the Arctic Blue. I like this color the most. I don't see any shimmer in here the more that I'm taking a look at it. So this probably will just be just a very blue looking ink, which I'm okay with. Ooh, that is very bright. I like it. It is so bright blue, it almost looks fluorescent. Like it's actually a stunning looking blue. Something a little bit different, but in a really good way. Let's go ahead and check out the purple. So the purple definitely has some shimmer inside of here. So we're just gonna give it a little bit of a twirl just to start getting that working through the ink so we can make sure we see some of it on the page. So as you can see, very purpley purple that's on here. We can see a little bit of that shimmer inside of here. It's not a ton, but enough in there that it's a nice little sparkle. I like that, honestly, with some shimmers. I don't like when it's so saturated with glitter that you're just kind of like, whoa. Like, they are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but this is really nice. So I think this is definitely worth it because I always get very excited with the inks in the collection. But the one thing that I'm not seeing yet, and if Archer and Olive is as smart as I know that they are, there should be some type of a pen, whether it's a fountain pen, whether it is a dip pen inside of here, something, because I don't know that if you are a first-time buyer of Archer and Olive and you've never had inks before, or you're not into fountain pen inks, do you have anything to actually use this? So it'll be something that I'll be looking forward to inside of here. Hopefully there is something cool. So let's keep going with box number 4. All right, box number 4 is much smaller than the others. A little bit of a shaky, which makes me feel like maybe some type of clips or something like that. No, we have no way. Not only did we get one, but we got 2 pens. This is awesome. I just said, well, we have to have something to write with these inks in. Okay. This is seriously very cool. So very different style than what we've seen from Archer and Olive so far with this. These are reminiscent of the Quaco fountain pens. If you're unfamiliar with that style, this is what the Quacos look like. So almost a replica of those in a lot of different ways. But again, not mad at it because this is kind of cool. These more plasticky ones run about $17 to $20 depending what you're looking like. Of course, Quaco has a lot of really nice like German made pieces to it. I don't know that these necessarily are. These are Iridian nibs. This one actually says EF on it, which means extra fine. I think this will actually work beautifully inside of the Archer and Olive notebooks. We have to fill one up real quick with that Arctic blue because also you'll see that the feed on this one is transparent, which means we're going to see that color as it's coming through the pen. Oh, this is going to be so nice. Quaco dupes were not on my bingo card for Archer and Olive's Advent box this year, but I'm actually really excited about these. So real quick instructions on how we're going to fill this up, especially if you have this box. We'll go ahead and pull off the top. We're going to unscrew the tip of this from the body. This is where that converter is going to be. I don't necessarily love this version of the converter, but it actually works pretty well for the pens that Archer and Olive has done before like this. Okay. We're going to go ahead and push that converter all the way down. We're going to stick the nib inside of our ink, and we're going to go ahead and pull up. Okay, so we can see the ink is here in the feed, and we've got a little bit of ink inside of the converter here. So we did good. We'll go ahead and screw the top back onto the body. We'll just make sure that we don't have any ink on the holder part of this. I absolutely love the way this clear feed looks. It is so cool. Now, because this is more of a pocket pen, a lot of the times you're going to want to post your pen so it feels like a full pen in your hand. You don't have to, but it always looks nice. So let's go ahead and check out this extra fine nib, this Archer and Olive Quaco dupe. I like it a lot. Like a lot. This makes me very happy. Let's go ahead and see what the other nib looks like on this. For this extra fine, maybe we get like another medium or something like that. Shut up. What is this? Archer and Olive has introduced a fountain brush pen to us. All the attachments are here. Instead, it's in a brush tip for fountain pens. This makes me really excited. Oh my goodness. Well, now I have to fill this one up with the ink too to see what it looks like. I don't really think that I'm going to use the purple ink with this shimmer, but let's go ahead and just give it a try since it's going to probably work better maybe in this brush pen than it is inside of the fountain pen because sometimes that little glitter stuff will get caught up in the feed, but let's see if it works for this because if it does, that would be pretty damn cool. And then we're going to lift up. We might have to do it a few times. It is giving it a little bit of pullback on here, but that's because I think it's probably taking extra time for that ink to come up inside of this brush nib. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea right now. Ooh, this feels very different. I don't know what I was expecting from it. I don't know that I have enough ink on here. I think I need more ink. All right. I might be doing something wrong. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I've got to experiment. Maybe we'll do a separate video on this brush just to understand a bit more how it's supposed to work. I was expecting it to write or be able to do more lettering, but it almost is more like a paintbrush than it is a writing pen. Oh, and as I'm doing this more, I think more of it's coming out. There we go. Okay, maybe it just needed to work itself in there a little bit. That's what we needed to do. We needed to give it a minute. Definitely a very different feel. We are getting some of that shimmer out on here, but that might have just been when I was dipping it inside of there. I don't know how much more is really coming out through here as I'm using it. All right, we need more playtime, but still, nonetheless, this is cool. I'm very excited about these. I'm excited to play with them more. Again, whole separate video on these because this is pretty damn cool, but yay, excited. So box number 4 was a lot more than I expected it to be in the very best way. How cool were those pens? Now we're gonna move to a totally flat one here. This is box number 5. Zero idea and expectation of what this might be. We got some stickers. I mean, very beautiful looking illustrations. These will work well for a monthly overview page for December inside of here. They're very, very shiny. Part of me right now wishes they were 4 different designs because that might be a bit cooler versus like 2 and 2. But if you're the type of person that wants to use these often or for these pages or different things, maybe you appreciate that. Again, appreciate the design. Think it's very cool. Maybe I'm just not as excited just because I just got two really cool, different looking fountain pens from Archer and Olive and Inks. But we've got stickers in number 5. I don't mean to come across unenthusiastic about those. I know that I think it's just my natural high from the pens and ink that I'm like, yes, value, awesome. And then you get like 4 stickers and you're like, okay, so let's keep on going. We got another flat one. I'm going to assume more stickers just because of the shape. I'm that much of an Archer and Olive pro, but let's see if I'm right. I was correct. So what do we got here? We've got some cool transparent stickers. These are actually very cool. I'm not going to hate on these. Not that I was hating on the other ones, but these are really cool. I'm assuming these are going to be kind of transparent looking. Ooh, they are. With a little bit, probably like a little bit of like a glossiness on there, if you will. So we've got 2 of the same, so on gold. I think this looks very cool. We've got a lot of the botanical floral stars, big sun and moon combo over here. And I'm not mad at it. I think this is actually pretty cool. Oh, wait. I don't know if I just opened number 6 or number 9, but we have another one over here that looks like a 6, or it might be a 9 because I don't know what side is which. So let's just open up this one next. Just a little bit of out of order, but that's because I wasn't paying attention. So Archer and Olive here, probably a number 6, right? Unless you open things from the top here. That's why I'm confused. Feels like a deck of cards. If it's a deck of cards, it better be like made out of gold or something like that. So we've got a box inside of a box, Archer and Olive playing cards. Like I said, they better be made out of solid gold. I mean, there's a little gold foil. So these are just playing cards from Archer and Olive. I mean, some different types of like minimalistic looking designs on here. Be nice to have maybe over the holidays if you're playing by yourself. The Joker. I'm not going to make any jokes about this Joker. So that's what we're looking like for box number 6 or box number 9. Got some playing cards. All right, I can't get this one wrong because it's box number 7 and that can't be anything else. So a different size compared to everything else that we've opened up so far. My brain is saying more washi just because it's so big, maybe big, thick washi. I really hope it's not ribbon again. I'm gonna be real mad if it's ribbon. I'm not even gonna look. Let's just open this together and we'll feel. It feels like more washi. Whoa, okay. Pleasantly surprised. We have like a washi. I mean, I'm kind of right. It's like a washi tape dispenser or something. Or maybe regular tape. Oh my God, can you imagine if I break this while I'm trying to like take it out? Somehow it comes out. I cannot get this little spindle out of here. But we have some tape, like a tape dispenser. I really wish this was made out of like metal or something like that. I feel like would have been a bit nicer. So we have semi-transparent with some gold glitter on here for some tapes. Maybe for gift wrapping or something like that. Let's remember, friends, we paid $125 for this box. I'm not going to say that I like the idea of what is here, but like I wish this was made out of like something a bit nicer than plastic. Personally, maybe you don't mind that, but I do wish that this was made out of something a little bit nicer than this. Maybe we can decorate it ourselves. Or as they continue to upgrade this, maybe in the future, like make it a bit nicer, a bit more premium. It could be something cool, but right now, I'm like 50-50. I like the idea. I don't know that I love the execution personally. All right, off to box number 8. This is long, this is rectangular, this is giving bookmarks because I feel like we've seen this package design before. No, we got ourselves a metal ruler. All right, another metal stencil from Archer and Olive. Just a little bit bent, but that's not a make or break it for me. So this will probably work well inside of an A5 or is this potentially like a A6, B6 size? I do not know, but we do have our box marks across here, 16 for the center. We've got centimeters on the other side, and then we have a bunch of different stencil sizes inside of it. I have an entire section of my art cart that has all of the stencils on there. I like to keep them out because I do think that some of these are nice and easy and fun to do inside of your journals. No doubt about it. But I like that it's metal. At least it's not made out of like some paper or something. I'd be so pissed if it was made out of paper. We're beyond that, Archer and Olive. So there we go. We got a metal stencil inside of here. All right, so we already opened up 9, which also might have been 6 as well as that. So we're gonna go into number 10 now to see what this is. This is a different shaped box. I want to guess maybe pens, because we haven't seen any pens. Well, we did see the fountain pens, which I'm very excited about, but nothing else. So let's see what is inside of here. Get out of here. It's a little tiny paper cutter. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was just recently looking at these online because I thought, how cool would it be to have like a smaller version of this? Because I have a big one. So here's your Archer and Olive stationery. I like this. So this is great for like little sheets of paper. It has a little cutter in here on the side. Usually you have like a little arm that pops out on here that shows you like how long your piece of paper is. This will fit an A5 sheet of paper, so that's a good thing. So if we wanted to cut out our little ink swatch here, we'd line this up and pull across. And we've cut out our little sheet of paper. We got some nice clean cuts out of this little guy. I think this is a fun little thing to have here at home, definitely by the side of my desk for whenever I'm cutting stuff out. I also like small little stationery items, so this I like. You know what, if they would have just done like some fun plastic like this, with this, I think I would have felt a little bit better about it. Something about it being clear just makes it feel like less than, versus a colored plastic makes it feel a little bit better, but still very cool. I like it. All right, we're getting down to it, my friends. This is number 11. And this is just a guess because, again, Archer and Olive thinks things through. We open up number 10, which is a little paper cutter. I'm going to guess some type of small, like craft paper, vellum, something like that, that we can use in that paper cutter. That's my guess. I'm getting very good at guessing. I feel like I'm in the brain of Archer and Olive. So let's see if I am correct. Oh, I'm not correct. We've got more stickers. Yay. So this is the Archer and Olive family that we've had on all of the different boxes and washi tapes and stuff like that. We have a little cute reindeer. We have to have the snow cat over here, little kids, Mr. Mrs. Snowman family. So all kind of cool stuff on here. Very cool for the holidays. It is very cute. I'm not going to say that it's not. I don't know why I was just expecting something different, because I have a pretty good feeling what's inside of this last box. So let's go ahead and open that up. So number 11, some more stickers. So number 12, it looks like a notebook. If it looks like a notebook, it is sized like a notebook, you can probably guess that this is going to be a notebook. So we've got a cool little Archer and Olive spine here with the snowflakes and a little snow person. We've got a side open here. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. So like a pinky champagne color, but we do have a cute little snowflake on here. Not my style notebook personally, but you know what? I just happen to have 3 women that live in my house that would very much like this. Very cool looking notebook. I think this is going straight to my daughter, Viv. I think she would actually really like this a lot. And I'm wondering, yes, I think I was right, but this ruler works for this size notebook. And it does. So that way you can easily find the center of your pages if you want to. And it works both horizontally and vertically for this notebook as well. So very pretty design here. I like that a lot. And I like that it works together, because I don't think that we've had this size ruler yet. We almost have all the sizes. We just got that B5 one, which I love so much. But now you have this one here. All right, I just want to read about the fountain pens real quick, because maybe I missed something that it's supposed to be. The Dynamic Duo features 2 types of pens: a calligraphy pen for sharp, precise strokes, and a brush pen for soft embellishments. So the expectation of this one is not to necessarily write with, but to kind of brush on the page. So a lot different than what I thought it was. Of course, we can always dip this one inside of ink to get a little bit more ink on there to do some of that brush lettering. We will play around with these more. I feel like they need a whole separate video just to like really give them a good test. Because as always, this is what I feel about a lot of these boxes. While this is not a subscription box, but this is kind of a box, I feel like they test play these to see how much people are going to like them. Personally, I see a lot more people liking the actual fountain pen with the extra fine nib on this one versus the brush pen, but I like that they're playing around with these very much so. Very cool. All right, so I tried to do a little bit of math on everything here to see if the value of what we got inside of the box matches the $125 price tag of what's inside of here. You can let me know if you feel like I didn't add anything up, or if you've seen things more expensive or cheaper, but I'm going to base this off of my general research, both on the Archer and Olive website, as well as just my own experience with some of the pens and stickers and things like that. So the first thing will be the B6 Dot Grid Notebook. On the Archer and Olive website, they retail for about $26. So I'm going to just value it right exactly there, since it's exactly the same size. For the PET tape dispenser, I found just an inexpensive one on Amazon for about $5. So that's where I'm going to put that one. There wasn't anything extra fancy about that one at all that I feel like would increase the value of that one personally. The mini paper trimmer, there are a lot of these online. I actually found one at Hobby Lobby for about $5 that looked to be about the same quality. So that's where I'm going to put that one. It could be a little bit more depending on maybe where you're shopping for it, but I think that's probably fair for the one that we got. The playing cards, those are somewhat customized, so they're not completely generic, but it's not like you're getting like photos or anything extra really fancy on there. So I valued those at about $5. So for the Quaco dupe pens that were inside of here, I like them a lot. Actually, I'm really excited about those. Quacos run for that type of style anywhere between $17 and $20. So I'll go ahead and just up it just a little bit to 20. To do that, we got two pens. So I'm going to value those two at about $40. So we got the two washi tapes that were inside. If you're usually a 4-pack of washi is about $14 to $15. So since we only got two, I just marked them as $7. The square accordion notebook is really nice. I haven't seen this one before. Again, we got one free as a part of the Go Wild, but just doing some general research online and thinking about where Archer and Olive might price one of these, I valued it about $20. For both the clear foil as well as the snowmen stickers that we got, Arch and Olive sells their stickers for about $11 or so a piece, so each of those I have as $11. The two inks that we got a part of these, a 3-pack typically is about $21, so since we only got two as a part of this, I marked them at $14, about $7 a piece. The snowman stickers, these are a little bit larger and bigger, and so I just looked online for like water bottle stickers, so to say, and you can get a 5 or a 6-pack for about $8, so that's where I put those guys. And then the Pocket B6 stencil, because it's made out of metal, and I'm comparing that to some of the other ones we've seen online from Archer and Olive, I valued that one at about $12. So about $164 with my add up of all the different items that we got inside of here. So if we paid $125 for this, we have about a $39 extra value that we're getting on the items that are inside of this box. I'll tell you honestly, I do like most of the things that are inside of here. I think the pens and the inks kind of raise this up a little bit. That notebook is really nice as well. For the small square notebook, I do like it. I think it's very cool, but the same way I haven't used the one from Go Wild, I'm not sure what to do with these accordion notebooks personally. Maybe a little photo memory book or something like that, but I'm honestly not really doing those a lot for myself. I would have preferred like a little 5x5 square notebook with like 60 pages in it or something like that. I might have gotten a little bit more value out of for how I like to use it, but again, for other people, they might really love it. Like I mentioned, I think the coolest items a part of this entire box have to be the inks, the two different fountain pens that we got a part of this. I even like the small little paper cutter. I think that's super handy to have around your desk. But I can't say that I'm fully vibing along with the playing cards or those big, huge stickers. And I know that not everything in here is going to be absolutely amazing. And maybe other people really do like fun playing cards, or you don't have 100 of those already sticking on top of your bookcases. And I have to say that what I'm not most excited about in this entire box had to be the tape dispenser. I really felt like that could have been a nicer quality. I feel like Archer and Olive could have kicked that up with maybe more of a metallic plastic instead of the clear plastic. That's just my personal thought there. But again, as a whole, this is a very fun box. I love seeing the new things from Archer and Olive, these cool pens, the brush pen, the B6 stencil that we have inside of here. And even with that tape dispenser, you know, who knows, maybe Archer and Olive will start playing with those tapes a little bit more, and we'll start to see other fun accessories as they continue to build fun stuff out like this. Or we'll never see this ever again, and then next year we'll just find some other cooler things to go through. So love to hear from you in the comments on this one. Do you feel like this Archer and Olive Advent box is worth the value? Was this to you $125 worth of accessory and fun from Archer and Olive? While on math, I think it does. I'm a little iffy on this as a whole. But again, the inks, the pens kind of push it over that normal threshold of what we had last year. I really feel like it would have been extremely valuable to get inks and pens for $80, but there was a lot inside of here, so I will give it that. Excited to hear what you say down in the comments, friends, and as always, I'll talk to you next time. See ya.